they'll every hour, can I bring you water? I'm like, no.
They want to be a part of it.
You are messing up my game. But people say, I hate dating, like it sucks. But what they hate about it is the people that they meet. He did like 10 hikes that weekend, and I was like, I am done doing all these damn
Inadvertently, I'm so in
Get ready for hot takes and insight from local industry experts in real estate, business, and lifestyle. He used to play ball with the Padres. He played hockey for the Lobos. Now they're crushing it in the real estate game. Together, they'll showcase the best of the Duke City. This is All About You, ABQ.
That's right, it is all about YouABQ. Now, the goal of the show is to highlight the best of our city's industry experts in real estate, culture, and lifestyle so that you walk away with some value and feeling inspired. Now, the way we like to do that is to answer the questions you may have or interview the guests you want to see. We invite you to join the conversation. You can reach out on our social media tag up here or join our email list to get some timely tips about our community and real estate market. Hey, I'm Skip Adams, owner of Sold by Skip Real Estate Brokerage here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, he is. Grant Harvey, home loan expert.
You probably know Grant as the head coach of the University of New Mexico men's Lobo hockey team. Now he's absolutely crushing it with his mortgage website.
Where have we seen this guy? Maybe HGTV's House Hunters and part of the top 2% producing real estate agents in the world.
Season 8. Here's why you're going to want to stay tuned. We're joined in studio by Claudette Ward. She's a private investigator and the founder of Baby Got Background, which is a dating background check agency that's transforming the way people date.
And funded by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, Baby Got Background Check. Claudette, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Now, you're a big fan of ours. You obviously grew up in Albuquerque and watched YouABQ from the time you were a little tot.
Yes, very true.
Takes me back.
I'm a fan.
But give me the backstory. You're a Cibola kid, born and raised Albuquerque.
Cibola.
Yes, I've grown up in New Mexico, in Albuquerque specifically, always been here, and I grew up in a family of small business, and I've always been in the small business world, and been an entrepreneur myself, and that's pretty much always stayed here in Albuquerque.
When it comes to Albuquerque, are you Balloon Fiesta or State Fair? Which do you prefer?
Oh,
Why does he have
balloon.
to pick?
You have to pick.
Balloon Fiesta.
Would you rather see your mom or dad die?
Great, bring them out. No, it's great. No, we are just wrapping up Balloon Fiesta here in Albuquerque, the most wonderful time of year, green chili season. We got balloons, we got mountains. It's starting to get a little cool outside, which is nice.
It's kind of rollerblade season.
Yeah, well,
when
those blades out.
When those leaves start changing along the river, man, it's a good time to be here. But Albuquerque, let's talk a little bit about it. It's most recently, here's our current event, Mark. Albuquerque has been identified as a top 10 potential target by Business Insider in the event of a major conflict, according to recent reports.
Yeah, let's get the imports coming in.
We are about to get
Want to get bombed?
In the event of nuclear
over.
war, Albuquerque is a top 10 target. Reason being Sandia National Labs, major nuclear research facility, Kirtland Air Force Base.
And Monsanto High School.
Significant tech and defense infrastructure and strategic location in the Southwest, everybody. But a lot of people don't know this. Albuquerque, current event number 2, Mark. Albuquerque actually did get hit by a nuclear bomb. Okay, May 1957, Albuquerque experienced one of the most serious U.S. Nuclear accidents where a B-36 bomber prepping to land at Kirtland released a Mark 17 hydrogen bomb just south of the city.
Oops.
The bomb's high explosive went off on impact, blasting a crater 25 feet wide and 12 feet deep. Thankfully, the nuclear core wasn't installed.
And no Deons were harmed.
The detonation was impossible. Anyways, pretty big incident that happened. I never heard about that. That's pretty wild.
Well, it was a current event.
Oh, you should tune in. Where were you in 1957?
My alarm clock is hydrogen bombs. That's how I made it to Cibola. Actually, I want to add this. Let's talk about Albuquerque and Blackstone. They have relinquished a lot of their property. I don't know if you knew that.
Do they own a lot of stuff in Albuquerque?
No, they don't. They were actually really prevalent in Houston and Florida. And so there is this paranoia that, corporations are going to buy all the properties up. They've recently surrendered, I think, like 50% of their portfolio of houses.
What do you think that leads to as an economist? What are the signs that you would want to liquidate everything? That we're just at the top of the market, or that you don't want anything to do with real estate?
I think they may have mishit the cities. I think they may have garnered a bunch of property and found it wasn't lucrative per that city. I'm puzzled. I mean, I don't have the answer to this, but it's very it's a prevalent Wall Street exclamation. Like, what are you doing?
Well, there was always so much doom and gloom around, and maybe you could speak to this, being from Albuquerque, but all the real estate that was on the market, it was always rumored that everything's going to be bought up by corporate entities. And it happened a lot in the Sun Belt, like you were saying, down in
Yeah,
the
they don't want a
southeast.
piece of this.
But it never
They're
really
not
took
coming up
hold.
here.
It never really took hold here. Most of the investors here in Albuquerque are just mom and pops.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well,
We don't
I think California came and brought up a lot of properties during COVID, as well as Texas.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of them, when California went through their short sales and foreclosure crisis, big, investment firms were buying up big tapes of.
Well, you used to be a short sales king about that, and so you were neck deep in that. I think that market has kind of evaporated because irresponsible lending doesn't happen. I mean, it's really hard to get a loan when you have 800 credit score and you want to put 700% down. Not with me though. I make it easy, but the market has shifted, and I don't think we have a litmus test about what's going on currently. The old guard is like, oh yeah, we're going to have another crash, and like we're not. We're not going to have another crash because we aren't lending irresponsibly, and the inventory is a problem in every single city.
Meaning there's too much?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sellers are still demanding their price. They're not having to succumb. Maybe a little bit, but they're not at the mercy of buyers. Everyone's getting their way.
Well, here's a fun fact, is that 50% of the homes that are on the market right now have had one or more price reductions. So we are in definitely a more balanced market. What part of town do you live in?
I've bought 5 houses in the last 4 years, and they're all in Albuquerque area.
Oh,
except one.
what's it like to be rich?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about
One
that.
of them's right down the street in downtown, so it's
Anywhere you
right
go,
on.
she has a house.
So are you mostly, obviously investment properties. Are you going long-term or short-term
No.
tenants?
Definitely, I'm doing both. I'm testing both markets. I'm doing some of the Airbnb, especially during Balloon Fiesta, but the one in Massachusetts is full Airbnb, and then the ones here
In Boston.
Have it?
And then the ones here are a combination of both. Some of them are like traveling nurses with
There
a
you go.
short term.
How is that? I mean,
mid.
personally, in inquiry, how is that? Is it?
I think it's if you bought your home where you have some room, like if you have a $3,000 mortgage, it's not a good thing.
No.
But because then you're not sure when that next
What's your
person-
setup personally? Like, I'm not having you divulge, but what's your setup? Do you have
Single
2
family,
rooms? Yeah.
condo, what is it?
All are single family,
Yeah.
except the one we just bought, which is a primary resident with 3 apartments in the back.
Wow. Yeah. So
Yeah.
positive cash flow on all of them, or you're it's okay. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had the
DSCRs.
idea of just like somebody else paying for it for now.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
but-
and that's how you gain equity, and
Yeah.
even if you break even or even pay 100
Right.
into it, yeah, it's your savings account, and they perform better than any trust fund and any index fund. I'll tell you that right now.
What, real estate rentals?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as it's cash flowing.
But even over time, like you take a year over year for 10 in index funds is what I heavily promote when people ask me for financial advice. Those perform at 10%. Real estate actually exceeds that over 10 years.
Fantastic. That's why we're in the business, right? Well, that's great for you. I mean, that's awesome. It's so many times we like to get the word out and try and educate people on how to start buying rental properties or how to get into the market. But you seem very experienced, and so it's awesome to get your perspective on, just the different types of assets you can have as far as long-term versus short-term rentals.
How many of them are how many of them are you tempering a sale versus long term? Or do you have
I won't sell any of them.
No. She's
best
playing
advice.
Monopoly in real life. Park Place. Yes, please.
No.
No, that's great. That's great. I know that, in Albuquerque, there's a lot of things that could get you rattled up. Let's talk a little bit more about anything that's got you ranty.
We have no segue into what I'm about to rant about. This is a poor transition. Yeah, with that sweet segue into what I get tired of at the gym. I'll tell you a few things I get tired of the gym. I get tired of people remarking on me, going, "Oh, Grant, you must have lost a few pounds." That's for me body dysmorphia. It's like me saying, "Hey, I guess you're shopping at Lane Bryant right now." That's not fair. You don't get to put me down on my pedestal because I lost a few pounds. Keep it to yourself. I'm extremely emotional about losing weight. Another thing is stop checking your email and doing your taxes while you're on the bench press. Like there's other people waiting around. Like even though you go to sports and wellness, you're not that entitled. And Skip, remark on guys like him who do circuit trading, who visits every piece of equipment just to make sure the dust comes off the handles. What is your goal? We don't know. He doesn't know. That's my grand France.
Bro, look at those cheeks. Where did you lose weight?
What do you mean?
Chef.
You don't do caliper tests on my cheeks. I was born a 9-pound, 8-ounce baby.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that means you're healthy.
That's a very middle of the
We had
road
a guest
answer.
that told me I was really unhealthy and I was frail and about to die. And meanwhile, Skip is coughing his ass off. And she's like, that's a healthy guy. Oh, wow. You're a fortune teller? Looks like you don't know what death looks like.
Well, when it comes to, let's do another segue. Would you like to take part in our new segment sponsored by Cuddy McCarthy called Pound Puppies?
Yes, would love to.
And that brings us into Pound Puppies.
This Pound Puppies portion of YouABQ is sponsored by Cuddy McCarthy Law Firm. Decca is a 9-month-old husky mix who has been waiting far too long for his forever home. This sweet, adorable boy is full of energy, love, and personality. He can chase a toy, he can go for a run, and cuddle up. So if you are interested in adopting Decca, he is at the Valencia County Animal Shelter, and he's been overlooked for way too long. And even better, he is ready to be adopted. All his fees are sponsored by Cuddy McCarthy Law Firm, and he is ready to be adopted by you. Look at him! Oh my
Look
gosh,
at old
he's
boy.
so perfect.
Decca, one of my favorite things.
He's a real calm dog.
Yeah, let's talk about the success rate. I think every dog has been adopted, and thanks to us and Amanda and paying the fees.
Yeah, thank you, Cuddy. Shout out, McCarthy.
Kid Cuddy.
We're 10 for 10 on Pound Puppies.
Over 1,000 dogs adopted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's inflate everything.
All of our viewers. And while we're doing segments, Grant, any philanthropies coming up? Coat drive? Amanda, throw me those
Oh
coats.
yeah, the coat drive. So I have drop-off spots. Keller Williams in the Heights off of Academy. My house. I'll give you my address.
What's your address?
My address, everyone, public access, 4332 Rancho Centro. Go ahead and throw your Molotov cocktails and your coats. What it benefits, there is an agency that hosts Swahilian, African, Ethiopian families, like they're coming into America, and they teach them how to be Americans. They teach you how to like flip people off and get fat,
stab people.
But they really have them assimilate, and these families don't have much, so they give them classes in the credit and driver's license and stuff, so they help them welcome into America in a diplomatic fashion. So we're collecting coats for the families and some for the men. I guess the men can go to hell.
Yeah, you better cuddle up, boys.
But I mean, we're collecting not just coats, but winter wear, and I'm trying to do it this quickly because it's getting to get cold fast.
Yeah. So shout out internationally for the first donation of the cycle. Anyways, all right, switching gears. Let's talk about why we're really here. The star of the show, Claudette. How in the hell do you get started as a private eye?
Well, during COVID can bring a lot of things out in people.
It made me a better man.
It was like on my bucket list. I'm like a bucket list kind of person, and if I want to do something, I do it. And it was on my bucket list to be a private investigator and watch way too many crime shows. And a friend of mine from high school is a private investigator, and she was like, "Hey, I'll introduce you to the guy." And I talked to him. We became really good friends. We partnered together, and I became his partner in our private investigator firm. So,
Partner in crime.
Oh
My
my
partner.
God. Just keep them coming. Okay, so give us a tour. What does a day in the life of a private investigator look like? Obviously,
nothing
you're on,
like the movies.
just on Facebook.
I
going,
watched
"This
a lot of
bitch."
Cagney and Lacey when I was younger. How similar is that?
Nothing like the shows. I mean, it could be, I guess, moments, but it just depends. We do a lot of work comp cases, so If somebody has said they're injured and they're probably not, well, we'll find out. So we do a lot of surveillance.
How did you get on that bobsled then?
Oh, we have some stories. My partner doesn't like to do too many cheating cases, and when I became a partner, I was like, "Why? I want to do these."
I love to show cheaters. Just so
I want
you know.
the drama.
Yeah.
Well, he said, "All right, fine. I'll stop denying them. You take the case." I did, and after I was like, "Okay, I understand why you don't want to."
Why is that? Like, is there some like heartache, or like you feel like
They get mad if you don't find something, and then they get mad if you do, and it's like
that's called negative bias. I've been a part of this in many relationships.
So I had this one lady. She was like, "Well, I know he's cheating." I said, "I'm not saying he's not. He's just not doing it today." You know. So we try to set that up for, you know, not just a day, but a little longer duration and a little bit more intentional if they know where they hang out.
What if he's
and stuff.
visiting your local glory holes?
Yeah, that's true. Those are pretty private.
Would that be a tip?
Yes.
So how does it work? Do you set traps for him, or you just kind of follow him around to 24-hour fitness and just see what he's up to?
Usually, the spouse or person inquiring will know their routine. So they'll say they go to, like, I'm very predictable. I go to the gym. Like, the person knows pretty much where they hang out.
Why is it that they because you're a stranger, like they can't simulate or like trace them because they would be identified? Is that why?
It's really hard to follow somebody that doesn't have a routine. If like they're kind of scattered.
I am undiscoverable then.
Yeah.
Who knows? Am I going to wake up at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m.? But yeah, so like,
yeah,
so
that's
do you,
hard.
but you have a routine. Does it take multiple?
Oh yeah.
What kind of documentation do you do?
We do definitely surveillance. So we have camera surveillance, pictures. One time I had to use my Meta glasses that took pictures with my glasses.
Yes.
So it wasn't super obvious, and recording. Because people, I will tell you, when you have your phone kind of like that, they
Something's
are
up.
suspicious that you're taking a photo. I mean, almost 100% of the time. So you kind of got to be more creative about that. But I mean, I've had to follow somebody like in the mountains before who was on a
And he didn't know you were. You're like, I'm a pine tree also.
And the thing is, he did like 10 hikes that weekend, and I was like, I am done doing all these damn
Inadvertently,
hikes.
I'm so in shape. I love this client.
So how does that work then? You're paid by the hour, or paid if you get results?
We have to pay up. They have to pay up front, because if you don't find anything, like, we still did the work. So,
Yeah.
and we don't want it to be dependent on what we find, because if they are doing that within that 3 days, we will find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wild. Okay, so some of the tools that a private investigator would use, and I mean, other than just Meta glasses. I mean, do you guys have like secrets of the trade?
We don't go deep into like putting tracers on a car or something.
I was just about to ask if you did tags.
No, we don't do anything like that. That's probably a little like creepy,
Invasion of
but
privacy.
yeah. But we, I mean, a lot of this is pretty much in like broad daylight where they're going, and so it's not, I mean, if that person, like for example, we had this guy, his wife was going to a concert while he was out of town. He didn't know if she was really going, and so we had to go to the concert, and she was really with her friends. So,
Is there any pleasant surprises? Are they like, oh, like I feel?
Oh, he was buying her flowers the whole time.
Yes, but I think there's still that gut. Just because they didn't right then and there
Not
doesn't
satisfied,
mean,
huh?
yeah. And so I, like this other lady didn't have like, I told her, what does it show on the bank account? She's like, I don't have access to it. She's been married for 25
Red
years.
flag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have other problems than this. Like you have way other. And she
Your
wouldn't-
eyebrows are terrible.
She wouldn't stop calling me for like months, and just like, this is what I found. And I found somebody this was ironic. She found someone else's name by the name of Jennifer Bluetooth to her own car. It's like someone else's name.
Oh, like registered their cell phone.
Didn't you used to date
Yeah.
Jennifer Bluetooth?
Yeah, well, yeah, she had
She gets around.
She had braces.
So that kind of threw me off. That like gave me a tip. Another one, the guy rented a car, and I was like, how the hell am I going to find a rental car? How am I going to find this guy's car? And like hundreds of cars. And then we broke it down. We reduced all the ones that had like bumper stickers, like kids aboard and all that crap. And then we kind of narrowed it down to what could be rental cars. And then we found that the one his contract was like right in the middle. So we knew it was it.
So what
Yeah.
you busted him?
Yeah.
Done, son.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Avis. Okay.
Kids are bored.
Okay, so great. So I would imagine there's some cyber hacking, not hacking, but cyber stalking skills that go along with it too, tracking people on social media, stuff like that.
Yep, we do. That's also can be included. For example, someone can have multiple profiles on social media, so we can
OnlyFans.
do.
Yeah.
We can do a sweep of that kind of stuff.
Do like AI face match to see if he's going by Steve today or whatever.
Yeah, there's some things we can figure out to see if they have multiple
Yeah, it's an
accounts.
industry secret. Please don't.
So so then talk about how that segues into Baby Got background checks. First of all, what the hell is Baby Got background checks?
Well, my partner, as I mentioned, he's a very conservative guy, and I was like, Dan, we gotta do some fun stuff. And he was like what? And I was like, let's.
It's like, actually, we do not.
Yeah, meta glasses.
That is him. And he just said, I want to do background checks for dating. And he was like, okay. And I said, but I want a fun name. So that's where I kind of was playing around with different things. And the person that does my branding and stuff, she was like, Baby Got background. And she was like, I can brand it. I could do all this cool stuff. I loved it. And then we just turned it into something that if someone's dating, they can pull a background check.
How do people know you're around? I mean, that's interesting. Like, how do you get out there? What's your reach?
Right now, we have a really great click rate in terms of like people being curious, because we know that more than 60% of people find someone online that they're interested in, and we know that 70% of them are lying about one thing or another. So it's not going to tell you. I think it's a really good baseline for someone who has if they say they own businesses, we can find out if they do or if they don't. If they say they're married, divorced.
Yeah. What's the most someone has paid and got zero results? Like it wasn't, their negative bias they were looking for. Because I think Skip's been cheating on me for several years.
Yeah, I'm hosting another show down the street.
I think the thing is it's peace of mind, right? So like, what is that worth to somebody? If you think about, you either pay for it now or you pay for it later.
Yeah.
We have it priced very reasonably that if somebody can't pay $39.99 to pull a background check, they got bigger problems, right? So I say pay for it now or pay for it later. If you've like invested all this time with this person's around your kids, your family, all this stuff, like pull the gosh damn background check. It's not the end of the world. Like I had one guy who had attempted kidnapping, attempted murder, all kinds of stuff, and he was
He
talking
couldn't
to my
pull
friend.
anything off. It's just attempted. The guy's just a failure.
Real half-assed
Well, he
guy.
tried. Attempted bank robbery, and then he dropped the bag.
So I'm like, just pull the damn background check. It's not that big of a deal. We do more research on our vacuums than the people we sleep with. What kind of logic is that?
So
That's true. I've matched that up. 20 minutes and 23 minutes.
That's
Yes.
why I sleep with my vacuum.
That's why I sleep with my guy Dyson.
Dick
So
Dyson.
much I could say about that.
So hold on. So Baby Got background checks, and you guys have an Instagram. So essentially, we're dating for 3 months, and all of a sudden you get a little feeling, and so you pull a background check, and that checks driving history, multiple cell phones.
Yeah,
just
we
to
can
see.
check different things. There's 2 different packages somebody can get. And I do encourage it being a little bit further on than just right when you meet somebody, just because we want a little bit more information. People think that they can pull background checks online, but that's just data source. It's pure crap, which I think eventually there'll be legislation passed where they're not allowed to do that anymore, which people will have to go to private investigators. But we have comprehensive reports that we have to be licensed to pull, and so that's what makes it different. So we can pull the criminal, we can pull the marriage stuff, the divorce stuff. We can pull, like, if I get a lot of license plate checks, ironically, from my own family, and they'll say, "Can you pull this license plate or
Skip been
phone
driving through our
reversal?"
lawn again?
So license plate checks, that's one. But yeah, it definitely, like I said, the criminal, also liens, bankruptcies.
Well, liens are very prevalent in our industry, and they sometimes can show up later, and then everyone thinks the transaction's done, and then it comes to haunt them, and the poor whoever, the lien is attached to a property, and the poor property owners are like, I know nothing about this. Well, your guy owes money to a hard money lender or something and like that, and they're victims at that point. They're like, I was not privy to this information. Let me ask you a question. Can people redact marriage license recording and divorces? Like, can they make it invisible? No.
Well,
not with you, right?
I think I'll find it one way or another. Every state does vary. So we do pull nationwide, but every state does vary. So it's really dependent on the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's one of the barriers to getting into something like private eye or being able to access these high-level background checks? I mean, you obviously talk about the licensing process for us.
To own a private investigator firm is one of the businesses that has maintained that, like for example, like liquor licenses, all these other
bonded,
things.
right?
Now
Yeah.
everybody can do it, right? But private investigators, to own your business, you have to have many, many hours to own a business.
That's
you
good.
can have private investigators work for you and in that way, but you have to have many hours, like 5 years, I think it is.
I
or
like
something
that buffering. I think there needs to be seasoned people, right? And
Absolutely.
it speaks to the pedigree
Yeah.
and the time you put in. If it's accessible to everyone, you're
don't know
dealing
what you're
with
getting.
clowns. You know?
Well, you maintain the level of integrity. You're getting people's personal information. You know where they live. You also, it's presence. There's times where, like almost every time when with surveillance and you're in a neighborhood, like a neighbor will come up to you and
Hey,
what
why
are you
have you been
doing
sleeping
here?
here for 3 months?
Yeah, they'll ask like, why are you here? And if you have some like, somebody who, let's just say, doesn't clean up well or whatever, and they start an argument, it can cause problems. Like I tell them, well, I'm not going to say what I say, but
What do you say? Well, no, my
what
hand's
I
stuck in the
say-
sewer.
what
The
I say
gutter's right
works.
there. Yeah.
And they're very nice. I don't tell them at all what I'm doing, but they'll every hour, can I bring you water? I'm like, no.
They want to be a part of it.
You are
I'm not supposed
messing
to
up
be
my
here.
game. You need.
I'm
thank
dressed
you.
as a sleeping bag. Have you had to like hide anywhere like cool?
Oh yeah. I was we were doing surveillance on this house one time and witnessed a whole break-in. Like watched them break in.
like inadvertently like saw something else
was a
go on?
total different thing.
Wow.
Yep.
What'd you do?
We recorded it.
You roundhouse them?
Well, we followed them, and then the cops came and
That's cool.
all that kind of stuff.
So how did you then you get involved? Like then what's the process there? Because you inadvertently are subject and witness to a crime, and meanwhile you're
you got to explain why you were
then
sitting in the
How
driveway.
did you pull that off?
That was okay because we
work
don't
for
really
Roto-Rooter?
lift. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I use every time.
Stanley Steamer. That's great. I mean, great.
I do carry a dog leash, so when I get busted, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
where
I'm looking for my dog Deku. Or
Where is
whatever his name
Aisha? Shoot, she's been missing for 10 hours. I just woke up.
Kirby, what's the guy from that movie, Boomerang? Kirby. You remember Kirby?
It's like a,
No.
The dog he used to pick up chicks. He was
Oh,
like,
that's what's up.
Kirby.
Oh, you talking
What
about
a
me?
Perfect
My
pickup
Pomeranians?
line.
Is this real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember.
So you've got the entrepreneurial spirit. So what's the long-term play for Baby Got background checks? Are you nationwide already?
We are launching as we speak. So we're just working on getting it out there, getting our ads out there, a lot more visibility, and just really talking to people. We don't want to scare people away from dating. Dating is a really big part of people being single. I mean, having
I
options,
will never
being able.
again.
But people say, I hate dating, like it sucks. But what they hate about it is the people that they meet. So part of it is an inside job. Like you have to fix the part of you that picks the people that you pick. But the other part is leveraging the information we can provide for you so you can make good decisions.
Don't
when
you
there is
think you
something.
have a spin-off available to go and have somebody who's been, I guess, checked? Like, don't you think you could
you
assemble
get
a
blue
pool of
check?
people that you could go, hey, and then it may be a liability issue, but like maybe you go, this person's certified.
Yeah, I've never been on dating sites. So do you have to have like a blue check
Besides
next to you?
Grindr.
Well, that's part-time. But do you have to, I mean, how do you, or can you actually upload your resume and be like, see, I'm verified
No,
here.
I'm
I
actually
don't
not a
ta-"
criminal. I typed it.
It depends on the dating sites, but ironically, the more popular ones are the free ones, and people wonder why they get what they get. But those are
Craigslist
the
has
ones
done me
that.
justice.
Yeah, me and Craig.
No, but so what do you find to be like the ones that put you through more of the ringer? Would you say like are the ones that would be more viable for finding your like farmers only?
Yeah, J-Date.
I think sugardaddy.com's the best.
I don't have
I'm
enough
totally
money.
joking.
Shoot.
I don't know.
I'm
No.
only lacking $1 million. Okay. So, but I do think, and again, you're probably not looking for help, but I think like you could probably certify and go, look, we looked this guy up and he's only punched 3 senior citizens.
Yeah, you could sell the service to Hinge as a blue check verified
Yeah.
service so that anytime a guy gets on, he could pay a premium membership.
Yeah, he's certified
Dude,
with
patent
us.
pending. Hold on.
What?
Let me keep that in my pocket.
Yeah,
Do I hear
giving away our
millions
secrets.
rolling in? I think there's an opportunity there because I think that you are in a capacity to have stamped the guy's head.
Yeah.
You're all right, bud.
He's pre-approved for a loan.
Yeah.
Next.
He's rich and he also owns a car and he has only been divorced 7 times.
Well,
Up front.
speaking of loans, I did have a couple where they went to go finance something and she just randomly decided to pull up his background and he had so many liens, all kinds of stuff, and she ended up not staying with him because she would not have known that had she not have started to buy a house.
Financially, people have so much privacy, and I see it as a mortgage broker, and then there's some tense faces where I go, let's pull your credit, and the guy's like, no, I don't want all the child support payments showing up and stuff.
Exactly.
But you find a moment of truth because
Yes.
that's very, it's prevalent, and it's imperative that your partner has been sound as they have proclaimed themselves to be, and then you go, you're $700,000 in debt?
Yeah.
Well, I bought 2 yachts, they sunk. It's funny, this is a story that you tell, and that's a form of lying, right? You think you're set, and my credit's 800, and then I'm like, oh, dude, let me just slide the credit report here and start off my computer.
Oh,
and
you
run.
have to pay bills.
So yeah, that could be quite a. That could be the unraveling of someone's grandiose story, right? To the
But
wife.
kind of rightfully so. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think that there are instances where somebody does have stuff on their background and they've been given the opportunity to explain it, and somebody decides, you know what, thank you for sharing that with me ahead of time or whatever, and they're okay with it. I have
can work
a
through it.
guy, very well-known realtor till this day,
What's his name and social?
and he was like, I don't trust anybody who doesn't have anything on their criminal background.
Whoa. You're in luck, buddy.
Jaywalking up the yin yang. Okay, but I also think like when I've seen, it reminds me of Lifetime television series. I had no idea he's been divorced 3 times, and
He lives in his car.
he's a doctor. What was that one? You know that one. Come on.
He was
you
a
know.
doctor?
Judy Hauser?
Dirty John.
Dear John?
Oh, wait.
Dirty John was the first one, and the wife that killed the people in the bedroom. That he was a lawyer.
How did I not know
Mark,
this?
pull it up. Mark, Google what he just
Well,
said.
actually, I was an extra in that Lifetime television for women series.
Made about me.
I'm a perennial.
Well, Claudette, you've shared some fun stories and some interesting background stuff. We'll have links to your website. Anything else you want to plug? Is there a launch date, a big party for...
That's an awfully big diamond. I hope you just run up on people and go, you want to make sure this guy's balling?
It's fake. Just kidding.
Oh, shoot. I won't chop her finger off.
Hey,
I really want to I don't want to scare people in dating. I want to promote that, but I want people to just date different, date smarter, and think about, care about yourself enough to pick somebody that you can build a life with. So it's something that I definitely want to promote, and appreciate you all with taking the time to talk about it as well. and
It's
get it
cool
out
and it's
there.
interesting and it's relevant. I mean, I think there are so many ways to meet people that no one can get anything done, right? Don't you agree? Like, everyone has all these options and they don't get anything done. Oh, he burned me. Oh, he's this and that. And it's like, well, then let me help you focus, You could pick the guys with 2 and less felonies, and we can talk shop. But no, I think what you're doing is I get ever so prevalent. I mean,
Yeah.
good or bad, I think everyone's like, what's the real story about that? So
And wouldn't we want to know that? I mean,
And it doesn't have to be for dating apps, because I have clients where I'm like, this person's
anything.
full of shit.
Oh, Skip will be
be
friends with anybody sometimes. He
You
needs
call
a
me and
service
say,
more than
"Pull this
anyone.
background."
This guy has a face.
if you call me and say,
Leo.
pull this license plate, pull this background, I can do it.
Skip
Awesome.
one time told one of our clients, I can't be around you anymore. Because the guy didn't pay his bills and he like made him take him on 19 homes. He meets me and he's like, has $4 available for a house. You can't get a house? No, you can get a tough shed. Okay, well, Skip goes, I can't be around you anymore. My favorite exiting quote.
Claudette, you are an absolute gem. We appreciate you stopping by, and we'll have links to your website and everything else on our website as well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting both of you.
Awesome,
Yeah, thank you.
awesome. All right, every Wednesday night, Sunday morning on the Education Channel, worldwide, wide on
27
YouTube.
and 96.
Channel 27, they kind of,
And ESPN The Ocho.
the Ocho. This is all about you, ABQ.
You're watching YouABQ.